Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of September, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, which is inspired in the Virgo theme season we have been on, it's called Wipe It Clean. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Pisces, I do feel like there's a lot of confusion when it comes to communication. So, during this time, there might be this tendency to manifest into your reality a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of weird, presumptions and communication, I keep getting like communication struggles. I also feel like some of you're facing some sort of ending coming through communication. So you could be receiving an email that, warns you about the ending of something. It could be that the company that some of you Pisces work to informs you, via email or a letter that your contract is not going to be renewed or that it's going to end, or this is about a notification about, the place where you live, that you have to leave, the apartment for some reason, or this is about someone actually informing you that there's an ending that somehow influences you. So it could be that this is someone that is telling you they don't want to be your friend anymore, or this is a breakup through message. Something weird I keep getting from message communication and communication, tools. I also feel like there's a lot of activity happening again in social media and things like this, and not all of it is the best. I feel like there might be, people upsetting you a lot during this time. It could be that you're being contacted again by a lot of weird, people or strangers, trying to, you know, um, get something out of you that is like disrespectful or distasteful, or suddenly feels like everybody wants a piece of you, wants something out of you, information, response. And it's like, I feel like some of you Pisces are not really, in a moment where you're coping or dealing with people's, BS and pressuring you very easily. So what I want to say is that there might be discussions that lead to endings as well, because you just don't have the patience. You just don't have in you during this time the ability to cope with, what you're seeing as being irrelevant matters, particularly because you want to be a lot in the Seven of Cups dream world, the mystique, right? The daydreaming, the gazing at the stars, the romanticizing of a reality that does not exist currently on your own. So you might be dreaming with love or with the perfect, you know, I the perfect embodiment of a certain ideal you have that you have not found in a person, in a job, in a friend, in a situation. So I keep getting like the reality hits you or is hitting you, the reality of what you have right now around you. It's not that pleasant. Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, challenge, opportunity. So it's like there's this sharp tongue, right? This sting effect in terms of what you're observing in your own reality, in the virtual reality as well. There's something you're observing, seeing, or being pushed to see that you dislike because it's so different. It differs so much with the beautiful visions, right? that you have of how things could be if only people would be different, if only this or that would change. So you're led to question a lot of what you have found so far in your dealings, the difference between what you have found so far and what you truly enjoy and value and want. It's like a big gap between, again, reality and dream, more than the usual, right? That we find in life. I feel like you feel like there's even a wider gap. Why can I not find one single person that, connects with me or thinks like me or operates like me? Or why is this world so messed up, right? And people are much more about crushing and betraying and, speaking bad about each other instead of just chilling, seeing the beauty, helping each other. It's like some of you are seeking the pleasure of everything. And this is about the element that, it's like the element that, stops or prevents any pleasure in situations. It's like this energy of like a party pooper, like someone or something that just everything is fine, and then suddenly this energy comes in or this person comes in, and it ruins everything, because the energy presented from it is so, you know how can I say, is so founded in criticism, brutal, brutal reality confrontation, or this brutal expression of how they see you or how they see situations, that it really upsets some of you Pisces. I keep getting like the major thing here during mid September is a feeling of being upset, is a feeling of being disappointed, is a feeling of even being betrayed by our own expectations and dreams, particularly when it comes to, I feel like perhaps some of you Pisces have been idealizing someone or fantasizing about how someone might be. So perhaps you have been, you have a crush on someone that you don't really know through Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, whatever. It feels like some of you Pisces might have this platonic thing. And for some reason, you might see another side to this expectation and idealism that you have built about a person or an opportunity, situation, that disappoints you, that, shows a side that, you just don't like. And it could also be that some of you are being objectified this way. I feel like in the opposite way, there's also some Pisces here that are being looked at quite a lot. Like, I don't want to say spied, but kind of, because the Page of Swords can be a little bit about spying, right? Having really, stalking and the eyes on you and what you publish, what you do, where you go. So be mindful of that. It could also be the opposite way. And it could be that you have people looking up a lot at what you do, and, they are putting you in a place for good reasons or less good reasons. They're putting you in a position that it's more about you being a fantasy to them, right? You being an expectation and an ideal. And naturally, when you will communicate and when you will show yourself to this situation or person, there's that feeling of letdown that can happen. So basically, there's a lot of projections. There's a lot of projections between you and others during this time that is creating disappointments, that is creating a feeling of not just being, on the same page. And it could just be that you and your partner are not on the same page. You and your friends are on the same page. You're just having this difficulty coping with the environment where you're working or even where you're living, because it feels again misplaced. I keep getting like some of you Pisces just feel misplaced. You just want to find the place where you belong naturally, or the person you naturally feel, that ease, where you don't have to think so much about what you wear, what you do, what you say. I keep getting some of you just want to find this natural, compatible, part outside of you to feel less lonely, but also to feel more emotionally uh, fulfilled and expanded. Because I keep getting like, it's like you want to have options that you feel right now you don't have, that would, you know, manifest more when it comes to dreams, when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. Like, why do I have to settle with this, little state that people call reality of relationships or reality of whatever it is? Why do I have to settle with this vision that is small for me or too small for me, when I know and I feel and I see that there's more I could explore? So some of you are also widening here options. Some of you, due to some ending that might occur, you are then free to pursue much more. It's like there's much more people to know, there's much more places to go, there's much more to try than what you have so far allowed yourself to, perhaps because you were conditioned in a belief that you're now seeing it was not real. I keep getting like you're now seeing that something that was holding you a little bit back from exploration, you might see, for some of you Pisces, you might see that after all, it's an illusion, it's not real, it's never going to work, so I'm moving on to something that gives you much more. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.